History in Kansas City. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to the show. I'm Chris Williamson. Coming up, not only did the Mets take the series from KC, but Pete Alonso did something no NL rookie has ever done. Plus, CC Sabathia came off the IL Sunday to start versus Cleveland, and it was not a memorable outing, to say the least. And will Le'Veon Bell actually play in a preseason game this year? We finally have the answer, but first, let's get started with the Mets down in KC. Mets looking for the rubber game victory against the Royals. The Mets are second in the majors in first inning runs this season. And Michael Conforto adds to that figure with one swing. Quick, compact, and so pretty. A monster shot to right, a 3-run homer traveling 452 feet, the second longest of his career. It's 3-0 Mets now. 3-1 as we move to the fifth. Another subpar outing for Zach Wheeler. Gives up an RBI single to Whit Merrifield to make it 3-2, and he would depart the inning trailing 4-3 as Wheeler lasts just 5 frames for a second straight start. Still 4-3 in the seventh. J.D. Davis pinch hitting despite a nagging calf injury. He looks pretty healthy right here, slashing a game-tying RBI single into right to score Todd Frazier from third, and our game is all tied up at 4 runs apiece. Next batter, Tomas Nido. Hitless in his last 24 at-bats, the drought is over. Nido with a base hit, but it comes at a cost as Davis is in noticeable discomfort going first to third. He was taken out of the game and replaced by Ruben Tejada. So the Mets have the go-ahead runs in scoring position for the red-hot Ahmed Rosario.
So now it's Tejada off third. First pitch swinging, and Rosario past the drawn-in infield into center field. Tejada scores. Nido right behind him, and the Mets tack on 2 more, and they take the lead here in Kansas City, 6-4.
That was part of a huge 6-run inning to give the Mets a 9-4 lead, but because Davis left the game, look who's in left field. None other than Rosario, his first career appearance in the outfield as a big leaguer, and of course the ball finds him almost immediately. Not a very graceful pursuit, but the catch is made nonetheless. And he gets approval from the dugout. To the ninth we go. It's 10-5 Mets. Pete Alonso 1 homer away from the record books. There it goes. See you later. Number 40 on the season breaks the all-time rookie record in the National League and puts him just 1 shy of the all-time single-season Mets record. Mets pick up the 11-5 win with a huge 9-game homestand beginning on Tuesday night at Citi Field. Here's Mickey Callaway. I'm not taking their foot off the gas.
We need to get some rest on the off day. We got to come in being ready to click on all cylinders. You know, we can't fall behind against these teams. We have to grind out every at bat. You know, don't let their starters settle in, and it's going to be a challenge. But I feel like we're up for it, especially in front of our home crowd, who have been unbelievable. And I'm assuming that they're going to be out there again, and we play well at home, so we're ready for this.
It's crazy. I don't even know. It's something that coming into camp, I didn't know if I was going to make the team or not, and then to break this record and have a good season and just keep playing the way that I've been playing and just trying to help this team win. I mean this season's been unbelievable.
Now that Alonso has the National League rookie record, he has his sights set on the Major League record. He needs to hit 13 more long balls to break the Major League record set by Aaron Judge in 2017. For more on Alonso's amazing season, here's Eamon McEnany and Jim Duquette.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. And obviously those July concerns about Pete Alonso maybe hitting the wall or the home run derby jinx have been put aside here with a monster August. Put in perspective, not just breaking this record, but breaking it on August 18th.
Well, it's really amazing when you think about what he's been able to accomplish, especially when you think about it in the light he was probably going to be in the minor leagues, or at least there was talk about it. So the fact that he's been able to contribute and really not go through much of a downturn, a little bit in July, as we talked about, but I think overall he's got himself back on track, used the entire field on Sunday, had a key hit on Saturday. He continues to really carry the Mets offense.
And Ahmed Rosario wraps up an impressive road trip with 3 more hits, but it was a lot more eventful day for Rosario than just at the plate.
Well, listen, I think the offense, he's made incredible improvements both on the fastball and breaking ball, but to see him out in left field was the first. He had never played in left field at all, so for him to get the rep, he made the play, the one fly ball there. I don't think you're going to see him out there an awful lot, but I think with the way the roster has been going, with J.D. Davis' question mark, the ability to have that versatility certainly helped the Mets on Sunday.
So after after that great homestand, everyone was saying, well, what do they have to do on the road trip? What do they have to do on the road trip? It was two opposite ends of the spectrum going into Atlanta and into Kansas City. So 3-3, did they do their job?
Yeah, I think so. I think you have to certainly take care of business. Obviously, against the Braves, you wanted to win 2 of 3, but it's hard to win there. But going into Kansas City and taking 2 of 3 there, especially after losing the first one, I thought that was important. You saw the offense really perk up both on Thursday and on Sunday. They're starting to click on all cylinders. You got a couple of relievers that are starting to pitch well. Obviously, Familia, Brock, even Diaz looked good on Sunday. So you're starting to click on all cylinders as you get and look forward to a very important homestand.
The Mets now 64 games over 500. He's Jim Duquette. I'm Eamon McEnany. Now let's send it back to Chris.
Thanks, Eamon. The Mets get a day off on Monday, then are back Tuesday at home versus Cleveland. They'll throw out Steven Matz on the mound, then Marcus Stroman, who's still finding his stride. Rounding out the series will be Thor. All games on SNY with pregame coverage starting at 6:30, followed by the game at 7. Le'Veon Bell didn't play a single snap in the first 2 preseason games. It's significant because Bell hasn't played in a game since the 2017 season. So the question is, will Adam Gase and Gang Green play him at all before the regular season? For that answer, here's our Janae Coakley.
Sunday night, under the lights at MetLife Stadium, after the Jets' green and white practice, Adam Gase left no doubt on his plans for Le'Veon Bell the rest of preseason.
Le'Veon will not play this week. He won't play the 4th game, so we will be holding him till the season.
Why?
I was about 99% sure heading into the preseason. It was all based off of how he practiced, conditioning, all those type of things. We talked about it before we started. I told him, I was like, we wanted to increase the reps last week. We're going to do the same thing this week where we just get him as game ready as possible because he's not really going to know until we get in a real game. But I feel like he's in great shape. He's been contacting about as good as anybody out on the practice field. So I feel confident that he'll be ready to go week 1.
Well, let's bring in our NFL insider, Ralph Facciano. And Ralph, Le'Veon hasn't played in 18 months. Do you agree with this?
I do. Look, there's a really good argument to be made that he probably needs to get into a game at some point just to get a hit, to feel what it's like to play full speed again. At some point he's going to have to kick it into an extra gear that he can't simulate in practice as much as he tries. But after seeing what happened with Avery Williamson in the last preseason
who Adam Gase said he regrets having him in there.
Absolutely, and that pushed him over the top on this decision. You don't want to waste a player in a meaningless game, and that's what they would be doing with Le'Veon Bell. Maybe he would play a handful of snaps, run a handful of routes, nothing that would really get him ready to play in a full game, and the risk of injury is too great. There's going to be a risk of injury whenever he gets back on a field for real, so it may as well be in a game that counts.
Well, no more doubt is left.
Exactly.
For Ralph Facciano, I'm Janae Coakley.
Thanks, Janae. Coming up, the emotions ran so high on Saturday between both the Yanks and umpires. So would it be more of the same on Sunday, or would Cleveland steal the show and being down on the Bombers? And is Daniel Jones inching closer towards grabbing the #1 QB spot over Eli Manning, or is it just a pipe dream? Our Maria Marino has a report from Giants practice on just that when we return.
Geico Sports Night is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
Uh-oh. Looks like someone's still nervous about buying a new house.
Is it that obvious?
Yes, it is. Maybe you'd worry less if you got Geico to help with your homeowner's insurance.
I didn't know Geico helps with homeowners insurance.
Yeah, they've been doing it for years. What are you doing? Big Steve?
Thanks, man.
There he is.
Get to know Geico and see how much you could save on homeowners and renters insurance.
When you're the most awarded SUV ever and the most capable, changing how you're seen is as simple as changing your scenery. Have it all at the Summer of Jeep with a great deal on Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Well-qualified returning lessees get a low-mileage lease on select 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee models for $199 a month.
Hey Google, talk to City Entertainment.
Welcome back to City Entertainment. Let's help you find a concert.
With Domino's Carry-Out Insurance, we'll remake your order for free if anything happens to it on the way home, even if it's not your fault. Like if it's whoever that guy's chasing's fault. Or if it's man's best friend's fault. Or even if it is, ultimately, your fault. Carry out Domino's large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. With Domino's Carry-Out Insurance, just bring it back and we'll remake it for free.
77 WABC. Bernie and Sid in the morning, where New York comes to talk.
Now he's getting fired up. Yes, Sydney.
Bernie and Sid in the morning. 77 WABC.
Toyota's national clearance event is on. Now's the time to get great deals on the last of the 2019s, including our most popular models, like the adventurous RAV4, stylish Highlander, sporty Camry, and more. Get $1,000 customer cash on a new 2019 Tacoma, plus $750 sales event bonus cash, for a total savings of $1,750 on a new 2019 Tacoma. The deals end September 3rd. Get yours before they're gone. Toyota, let's go places.
Tuesday, Michael Conforto and the Mets are locked in for some more interleague action at home as they take on the Tribe in a showdown in front of the Citi Field faithful. Coverage begins with Citi pregame Tuesday at 6:30 only on SNY.
Yankees hosting Cleveland. First inning, Aaron Judge is at the plate. First pitch Judge sees from Mike Clevenger is a called strike on a pitch that appeared to be low. 2 pitches later, Judge strikes out looking on another low pitch. Judge and Aaron Boone are clearly frustrated with umpire Phil Cuzzi. CC Sabathia on the mound for the first time since July 27. Top of the second, it's already 1-0 Cleveland. Mike Freeman is up with 2 men on. Freeman hits a home run to right center field. His 4th home run of the season gives him a 4-0 lead. Top 4, Nestor Cortez Jr. is facing Francisco Lindor. With the bases empty, Lindor hits a home run to right field just out of the reach of Judge. Lindor's 21st home run of the year makes it 5-0 Cleveland. Bottom 4, Mike Ford at bat facing Clevenger. The 3rd pitch of the at-bat is called a strike. Might have been a little low. Cuzzy can hear some words from the Yankees dugout. Yankees bench coach Josh Bard and others are clearly frustrated. Later in the bat, Ford strikes out looking on another low pitch. Aaron Boone's like, bruh, I can't. This is too much. This is too much. Bottom 7, Yankees are still down 6-0. DJ LeMahieu up with a man on facing Hunter Wood. LeMahieu hits a 2-run bomb to right field. His 21st home run of the year makes it a 6-2 game. Top of the 8th, Oscar Mercado is at bat facing Luis Cessa with a man on. Mercado hits a home run to left field. His 10th homer of the year gives Cleveland an 8-2 lead. Bottom 9, it's now 8-3. Judge is up with 2 men on facing Brad Hand. Judge doubles to left field. Mike Tauchman would score to make it 8-4. Then Judge would channel his inner Brett Gardner, pretending to hit the top of the dugout. Got to show love for his boy. Last chance, Gio Urshela is up with 2 on and 2 outs. He hits a long fly ball to the warning track in left field to end the game. Cleveland defeat the Yankees 8-4. Here's Aaron Boone after the game.
The Major League season is filled with different challenges. You know, today we end 19 games in 17 days. That's until today, 4 healthy starting pitchers. That's a challenge. Travel at times, going to London, that can be a challenge. Yeah, going on the road. These are different challenges that are inevitable in the Major League season that, you kind of look forward to. And so we get to go out on the West Coast, play a couple of really good teams, obviously. We also know that we're capable of beating anyone when we put our best foot forward, no matter where we play.
The Yanks now travel to the West Coast for a 3-game series against the Oakland A's. Domingo Germán takes the mound first on Tuesday as he boasts a 3.96 ERA versus Homer Bailey. J. Happ tries to show some consistency on Wednesday, and then Masahiro Tanaka goes up against Tanner Roark on Thursday. Now, remember when people were freaking out about Sterling Shepard's thumb fracture? Well, we can stop freaking out. Shepard's rehab quickly. He's no longer in a no-contact jersey, and Pat Shurmur told reporters he should be ready for Week 1. So, Shep, you confident you can be the #1 guy?
Back 5 games last season, I was in the same situation, and I felt like I handled it pretty well. So I imagine it being the same way. I'm just going to go out and be myself and let everything take care of that. I mean, we got ballers in the room. when Golden gets back, he's going to be a huge help as well. But you've seen Benny Fowler and Cody Latimer. They make big plays. So I got guys that are helping me out. I'm not the only one out there.
Wouldn't it be something if Daniel Jones came out as a starting QB for Week 1? But if we're being real with ourselves, the starter is going to be Eli Manning unless he implodes the rest of the preseason. Nonetheless, Jones has demonstrated he can ball in his 2 preseason games. For more on his development, here's our Maria Marino.
Giants coach Pat Shurmur has noted some mistakes that quarterback Daniel Jones made in preseason weeks 1 and 2. However, the 6th overall pick has played pretty well. So I asked Coach, what is he looking to see in week 3?
Same thing. I think each outing you want him to go out and execute well. And the beauty of the preseason games is each defense presents different problems. And so when we go to play the Bengals here, we're going to see things from the Bengals that we didn't see from the Bears. And so as you move forward, it's another step in the process. So we want them to execute well. We don't want them to fumble snaps or fumble the ball in the pocket. And we want them to keep executing well, throwing the ball, and getting us in the right place.
Here now with Giants writer for the New York Daily News, Pat Leonard. And Pat, we understand that Eli Manning is the starting quarterback of this team, but how long a leash will he have this season?
Maria, I don't think he has a long leash. I think he knows it. He told us in the spring, I know I need to play well, and I know I need to play well early. And I think that's a sign that the conversation's already happened. I think Eli Manning knows that if they start very poorly and the offense is the reason they're losing, that they'll go to Daniel Jones. And it's not about no belief in Eli. The Giants want to believe in Eli and still do. It's about the fact that from people I talk to, this organization loves Daniel Jones, the guy they took 6th overall. They loved him when they drafted him, but now they have him in the building. He's intelligent, he's accurate as a passer, and I think they have too high of an opinion of him to let the season slip away before going to him. So if they start 0-2, week 3 in Tampa, that could be Daniel Jones' debut. That's not an ideal scenario, but I don't think it's crazy to say that could happen.
Now, Daniel Jones has done a fairly good job so far this preseason. Yes. Are you thinking that this week is going to be a tougher test for him? Definitely, because Matt Nagy and the Chicago Bears, because they believe the preseason games, they don't want to get their starters hurt. They have Super Bowl aspirations, so you didn't see any first-team defensive players from the Bears. Actually, the team that Daniel Jones was going up against, the defense was mostly second- and third-teamers, even Eli Manning going up against. So against the Bengals, you're going to see, I think, more first-team defenders, more NFL speed, not only in the secondary, but also off the edge in the pass rush. And I think that's the next step for what you learn about Daniel Jones. As the competition rises, does he keep his eyes down the field and keep making these pinpoint throws, especially the deep ones like to Cody Latimer and TJ Jones? So, yes, I do think we will learn a lot more about him in this 3rd preseason game. Interesting. Pat, thank you for the time. He's Pat Leonard. I'm Maria Marino with the Giants. We'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Maria. Michael Conforto got the scoring party started for the Amazing Sunday as they moved to 4 games above 500. And we'll hear from some of the guys on the big series win after the break. Plus, the Jets signed former Pro Bowl center Ryan Khalil at the beginning of August, but he didn't work in team drills for a while as he adjusted to the Jets playbook. All that changed, though, on Sunday. Geico Sports Night is back after this.
Don't miss your golden opportunity to experience the luxury you desire on a full line of utility vehicles at the Lexus Golden Opportunities sales event.
Lease the 2019 RX 350 for $389 a month for 36 months and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
Danny had a very large cancer that was blocking his intestine. And it's only after, I think, we started to make some serious progress that he started to realize that he was going to live. And then he started to ask for more. He wanted then to be strong again. He wanted to be himself again. He wanted to go back to work. And that's very rewarding that we got him there.
We are sisters, and we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
Have you taken a body blow at work? If so, it's good to know that the lawyers at Pasternak Tilker are in your corner, ready to get you back in the ring. Whether you have a workers' compensation claim, personal injury case, or a Social Security disability claim, Pasternak, Tilker, Ziegler, Walsh, Stanton, and Romano will fight for you tooth and nail. Call them today at 1-800-222-WISH. That's 1-800-222-WISH.
Don't miss your golden opportunity to experience the luxury you desire on a full line of utility vehicles at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Lease the 2019 GX460 for $429 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
First pitch swinging deep to right field, and it is gone. Michael Conforto, a 3-run homer to give the Mets a very quick lead here in the first inning.
Six straight hits for the Mets.
The damage is done. The Mets put up 6 in the 7th.
0-2 pitch.
Hammers this ball to left, and that's going to be number 40. Way back and long gone. Pete Alonso becomes just the 4th Met ever to have a 40 home run season. He's the first National League rookie to ever do it.
Everyone just did their job, and everyone was an extremely tough out. And when we're locked in and just trying to put good bats together and just hit the ball hard and not try and do too much, I mean, we can be really dangerous. And today we showed that. And especially after being down, I mean, that's the fight that we've been talking about all year, and we're going to continue to do that.
We grinded every at bat out. You know, we went the other way when we needed to. We came up, we got the bunt down when we needed to. We did the small things, and those tend to pay off. But it's the hits going the other way that really put us over the top.
All right, old friend Jason Vargas getting the start for the Phillies. He held the Padres off the board through 3, but things would change in the 4th. Luis Urias, with just 1 homer all season, doubles that total by taking Vargas the other way, a go-ahead shot to make it 2-1 Padres. Vargas would go 5 2/3. Not happy. Phillies respond in the 6th. Men at first for Gene Segura, who drives one to the gap in left center field. Adam Hazley scores the tying run all the way from first base. It's an RBI double for Segura, and we're even at 2 runs apiece. Top 7 now. Austin Hedges celebrating his 27th birthday as he drills an 0-2 pitch over the wall for a tie-breaking homer. Part of a 4-for-4 day at the plate for the birthday boy. Padres help out the Mets with a 3-2 victory over the Phillies. Cubs taking on the Pirates in the Little League Classic in Williamsport. Pirates pitcher Chris Archer watching the game with the Elizabeth, New Jersey team. Top 3rd. Cubs up 1-0. Jason Hayward lines it the opposite way off Mitch Keller for the solo shot. The Little Leaguers appreciate it. 2-0 Cubs. Top 5th now. 5-0 Chicago. Anthony Rizzo crushes it to left center off Chris Stratton. It hits the scoreboard for the 2-run homer. The New Jersey kids are fired up. Cubs go on to win 7-1. Here's a look at the NL wildcard standings. The Nats have a 1.5 game lead over everyone for the first. Meanwhile, the Mets are tied with the Brewers and Phillies at 64 and 60 and stand 2 games behind the Cubs for the second wildcard spot. During the Jets' annual green and white scrimmage at MetLife Sunday, center Ryan Khalil participated in his first team drills with the squad. The former Pro Bowler signed with Gang Green on August 1st, but has had yet to get acclimated. He had to get acclimated to the team's new playbook. He'd been itching to get with his teammates before this.
Feel good. It was exciting. Obviously a little rusty. I got not rusty, just playing slow. You know, I don't quite have all the plays quite down yet, so it's hard to not be able to come off the ball, and then cadence is different than I'm used to, so just got to get used to that. Had a couple bad snaps because of it, so But that'll all come with reps, so we'll just keep repping that stuff, and then we'll be good. Everybody's making fun of me. I was pacing the locker room like 30 minutes before everybody else was dressed, ready to go. So, I mean, that's why I came back. I love football. I just do. We all do, and it took me walking away to know that it was done, that I really wanted it not to be done just quite yet. So, I'm so fired up. I really am. So nervous, obviously, because I want to do well, and I want to play well, and I want to contribute, but that'll all come, and we'll just keep rolling, and we'll get it going.
When we return, Pete Alonso can't stop and won't stop his superb rookie season, and he got all types of love, including from the man whose record he broke. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Geico Sports Night is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
Whose dog is this?
It's my special friend Antonio. His luxurious fur calms my nerves when I'm worried about moving into our new apartment.
Why don't we just ask Geico for help with renter's insurance?
I didn't know Geico helps with renter's insurance.
Yeah, and we could save a bunch too.
Antonio, fetch computer. Antonio. I'll get it.
Get to know Geico and see how much you could save on renter's insurance.
I have no service. Let's just ask someone. Excuse me, sir? Can you tell us the best way to get to Nashville?
Nashville. Well, that's easy. Take her right up there and you'll see a store. Go in there and buy yourself a 5-hour energy. You could be on your way to Nashville.
5-Hour Energy wants to send you to Nashville. Go backstage at the Opry, see the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, and meet Dierks Bentley. Just buy any 5-Hour Energy product, snap a picture of your receipt, and send it in. You could be just a 5-hour energy away from Music City.
The redesigned Jeep Cherokee has best-in-class technology and over 80 safety and security features. So the further you go, the more connected you'll feel. Feel free to do it all at the Summer of Jeep and get a great deal on Jeep Cherokee.
Well-qualified returning lessees get a low-mileage lease on one of these Jeep vehicles for under $200 a month.
These are the moments that bring us to our feet. The anticipation, the tradition, the foul ball, the 15 seconds of fame, the big catch, the game-winning home run. But the most important moment happens when we all stand together.
Join us as we stand up to show our support for loved ones affected by cancer.
Visit standuptocancer.org/MLB.
Stand up with us.
Stand up with us.
Stand up with us.
Stand up with us.
Hey, Joey.
Hey!
Home game tonight. You get an injury update?
Oh, don't even get me started, bro. My sciatica's acting up. I think I pulled a muscle in my neck. I don't even know what this thing is. I don't know where it happened, but I kind of developed like some underarm acne. I think I gotta switch out my roll-on. Have you ever seen this before? Take a look. Come in close. Yeah, whoa. Where you going?
SNY, complete coverage of every New York team, anytime, from any device.
Get your New York sports here.
Little League World Series, Elizabeth, New Jersey taking on Hawaii. Exciting day in Williamsport as both teams meet the Cubs. Bottom third, New Jersey down 3-0. Sal Garcia facing his first batter with the bases loaded. Nicholas Nashiwa hits it hard down the left field line. The ball rolls into the outfield and the bases will clear. It's 6-0 Hawaii on the double. Top fifth, the sky becomes ominous and with lightning seen in the distance, the game gets suspended. Play resumes Monday at 1 p.m. with the score still at 6-0 Hawaii. Real, recognize real, my friends. Dodgers outfielder Cody Bellinger tweeted out, "Congrats, Pete Alonso, on breaking the NL rookie home run record. You a beast." And a beast is exactly what the polar bear is. Alonso would go on to reply to Bellinger's tweet saying, "Thanks, man. Keep doing it this year." As it stands right now, Cody Bellinger has 2 more home runs this season than Alonso, 42-40. But if I'm a betting man, polar bear is going to take him down before the year is out. That's it for Geico Sports Night. I'm Chris Williamson. Have a great Monday, beautiful people. I know I will.